Hello, gents. It's R.P.M. here. And as the modern woman has completely priced herself out of the market, I ask you, why pay to settle when you can pay for exactly what you want? With such models as Nava, Lashandra, and for those of you who want a little more junk in the trunk, Haley and her twin sister Bailey, you can find exactly what you want at the Dollhouse, DC Dollhouse, or the Dollhouse San Antonio. And remember, gents, when the power goes out, feminism will go out right along with it. However, your doll will never experience this. When you're ready, click those links in the description box. RPM, I am out. What is going on, gents? It's RPM here, reporting from Mobile Command. As you can tell by the intro, this will definitely be a waifu video based on the article and the YouTuber that I'm going to be talking about. Now, this article / semi-attempt at a hit piece on doll owners was published on the 14th of May. YouTuber chronicles his quote-unquote stress-free life living with horde of lifelike waifus. Exclusive. YouTuber Jay Hefner claims he wants a collection of 20 lifelike waifus because it allows him to have more than one partner and avoid complicated relationships with people. Oh, you don't know the half of it. A man who hopes to become the Hugh Hefner of waifus has begun documenting his bizarre relationship with his harem of plastic partners. Oh, you trick. Now, if she would have said either TPE or silicone, that would have shown that she did at least a moniker of research into the waifu, but we all know when it comes to hit pieces, they don't want to do any sort of research. But I salute the brother for doing the interview, for standing on his principle. This man said, yes, this is the fight that I'm going to take up, and this is the hill that I'm willing to die on. And yes, my face is out there. Jay, who legally changed his surname to Hefner to help him live his dream, currently owns 4 synthetic companions, syncoms, he purchased from Sexy Real Sex Dolls and Kimber Doll since Christmas Eve of 2020. Now, brother, when you see this video, I'm going to refer to the fish sandwich. That way you know that I watched your particular video. Since then, he has started documenting his relationships with his new synthetic partners on his YouTube channel titled Jay Doll King Hefner, where he can be seen taking the dolls out in public, and he describes them as his companions. Wow. See, gentlemen, the Japanese were way ahead of us in this aspect. Shinji Nakajima was one of the most famous doll owners in Japan. And this was going back in like early 2000s, maybe 2010s, but you guys can search the name. But yeah, he had always taken his waifu out in public, and guess what? He didn't care, because in the end, he was happy. Jay, who declined to give its age, saying, "We are all, quote unquote, babies of the world," told the Daily Star that he prefers the waifus to humans as he can have multiple relationships with them and it avoids the complications of human companionship. He said, quote unquote, "I only have 4, but I want about 20 at least. I want a lot of different types of girls because they are all represent a different persona in my mind." One of the big things about having a waifu is to have a massive imagination. You have to have that, which is why you see waifus that look like aliens, waifus that look like elves. Any way you want to dress your waifu, it's all up to you, and the only limits that you have are that of your imagination. Plus, I want to amass girls of all types and backgrounds and ethnicities. With human women, you're supposed to only have 1, but with dolls, I can have as many as I want. You ain't never lying about that one. I love riding with them. Being with waifus is much better than being with humans for me because they are not complicated and are completely stress-free. Man, talk about a major selling point of the waifu. They can be in whatever fantasy I can imagine. I should have had one a long time ago. Hence, the fish sandwich story. The bloke from Memphis, Tennessee has reached around 30,000 or 33,000 views on his channel with 200 subscribers and is now hoping to grow his horde to 20 dolls and maybe test new ones and review them for content in the future. Phil, please get in contact with this brother. But most importantly, he believes he can educate people about the benefits of owning a synthetic companion, saying, quote unquote, "I just want to keep entertaining viewers with our adventures and keep helping them to learn about the psychological aspects of owning a doll," i.e., the lack of stress involved. I don't know where the show will end up, but I eventually want to get into reviewing dolls and promoting great legitimate brands to viewers. He claims he is in a quote unquote war against doll stigmas, but others judging him won't stop him as he aspires to be the Hugh Hefner of the waifu industry. Nothing wrong with that dream, brother. The enthusiast is estimated to have spent between $5,000 and $10,000 living his dream, as he writes about his page that he was just a normal working guy with failed dreams, relationships, and basically living the I gotta pay my bills lifestyle. And gentlemen, that final line is what sold me on him the most. He's just the everyday average guy. Now, we know via social media that even the most below average woman does not want the average everyday man. So, what is that man supposed to do? Well, according to society, according to women, according to other men, that man who would be viewed as non-select is still supposed to go out there and try to chase. Gentlemen, we all know, as long as you're chasing women, guess what? Those resources that you expend help the economy. However, every man who decides that the waifu life is for him, he's going to pull his resources and his non-sexual attention and resources off the market. That's the big reason why women have a problem with waifus. Now, the reason why other men have a problem with waifus is because if you're a guy who would own a waifu, you're viewed as a quote unquote non-select guy, or you're a loser. So we have to try to get that money out of you saying, yeah, I'm going to teach you how to go out there and get women and blah, blah, blah. And we need you to compete against. Because guess what? The waifu owner pulls himself out of that market. Guess what? Now you've got the dating coaches that have to go against each other. Hey, it is what it is. But once again, I salute and support this man for actually having the courage to put his face out there to say, yes, this is me, this is who I am, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do everything I can to destigmatize the waifu. And fellas, we gotta support this brother. Got to. So if you're a waifu owner, go over, subscribe to his channel, which is going to be linked in the description box. Show him some love. Subscribe to his channel, and I've been looking through his catalog, and yeah, the brother's definitely, he's going to be blowing up in the future. Particularly as more men are going to have to make a choice in the end. What they have available out there on the open dating market, which we all know has become pretty much dead. Thanks in part to our good friend, Charlie 19. If Charlie 19 did nothing else, it definitely showed a lot of men just how much time and money that they wasted chasing the modern woman. And modern women made no bones about going straight to OnlyFans to sell themselves. So yeah, gentlemen, even if you do have a woman in your life, when things go bad, she can always either monkey branch you or start selling her body. Hey, nothing wrong with that. However, in the back of that guy's mind, you have to think, oh crap, these women truly are not loyal. And Coach Greg Adams made a great live stream talking about the thin line between love and hate. Yes, women don't love us. They only, quote unquote, love us as long as we're beneficial to them. Brifault's law, anyone. But you know what? That's a good thing. Why? Because for the longest time, we men were brainwashed, gaslit, and flat out told, as soon as we were boys able to understand rational thought, that we have to do all these things for women. Go to school, get a good job, provide, protect. But here's the grand question that I would ask. What is it that women were told to do for us? Nothing. Like him or not, Kevin Samuels, night after night, proves that women have not been taught anything about what a man wants. Not even the average man, which is kind of funny. It's sad, but funny. Because I had a really strange thought. So just bear with me for a minute. We talk about what men bring to the table versus what a woman brings to the table. So let me go ahead and throw this scenario out. Excuse me. You have a homeless man and a homeless woman who've paired up. They both don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But that homeless man still brings value to that homeless woman. Why? Because protection, provision. They may both be homeless, but he still has that role. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But nowadays, fellas, you owe the world, you owe society, you owe them nothing. Nothing. You have no obligations. The only obligation you should be focused on is your own happiness. End of. That's it. But yeah, the waifu life is very stress-free. And think about it. Just think about it. The reason why we men get into relationships is there is a part of us that want that fantasy. We want our woman to try to fulfill a lot of roles. We want her to be our, maid. Sometimes we want her to be our porn star, all of that stuff. But guess what? Most women, they really can't fulfill that role for one man. Just like now you have women openly saying they want to be polyamorous. And women do have multiple men for multiple things. It sucks. But such as how society is programming women to want this and programming, weak-willed men to go along with it. It is what it is. And on a final note, you have so many videos on YouTube of women talking about their pleasure items. Their magic bullets, their vibrators, all that stuff. However, when you really think about when women talk about their pleasure items, it's a one-trick pony. Yeah, the phallus that women use is nothing more than a one-trick pony. But yet they have no problem saying, yep, I can go ahead and get my vibrator. I can go ahead and get my dildo, blah, 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 blah. Okay. See, our pleasure item, which is the waifu, serves more than one purpose. See? Yes, it can be used as a sexual item, as a masturbatory item. However, there comes a point where you no longer look at it as just a pleasure item. You look at it as a companion, as Jay Doll King Hefner has demonstrated, as I have talked about it. Yeah, it can be used as a companion, as a stopgap to say, you know what? I still miss that feminine form. However, since I actually have it readily available, I'm not going to waste my time seeking it and all the problems that will come along with the meatbag woman, i.e., you've got Bill Gates and Joe Budden getting me too'd. See, if you have a waifu, you don't have to worry about that. Just saying. But all in all, yeah, the waifu life is a very stress-free life. Gentlemen, if you're on the fence about getting a waifu, find a good site, find a reputable site, do your research, and just take the plunge. Because listen, tomorrow is promised to nobody. So just go ahead, do what you need to do, be unapologetic about it, and live your life. And with that being said, ladies, the power will eventually go out. Feminism and everything that you think that you've gotten from feminism to boost your overly inflated egos will go out right along with it. Oh, and you can go ahead and stop the fight against waifus, sex dolls, syncoms, because they've already won. Period. Point blank. They're not going anywhere, and they're only going to get more advanced over time. And every hit piece that comes out about waifus is going to pique at least one man's curiosity. And there you go. There you go. It is what it is. That's all I got to say for this one. R.P.M. I am